Welcome, 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 everyone. Um, welcome, welcome. Let me make sure that you can see my screen here. All right, welcome, everyone. It is another Wisdom Wednesday. I am so excited for you all to join us. Please let us know in the chat box who you are, where you're joining us from. It is definitely my pleasure to see you all, your face in the place on a Wisdom Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And so, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with our quote. Continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. And that was coined by Brian Tracy. And so I wanted you to take a moment to look at this photo. One of the things, first of all, that I see is a lot of antiquated photos here or pictures, images here. But one of the things I see is all the different things that go into making a leader. And so let's just be very clear. If you think leadership is for the weak, you are sadly mistaken. You have to be someone that is always consuming information. It's almost like as a leader in any field, my specific background is education. It's almost like you suffer from decision fatigue. Like you always have to do all the things. And I don't know how many of you would agree that by the time you did all the things during the day at work, you don't want to have to make the decisions when you get home. But that is a topic for another time. I want to talk about how important it is for you to stay abreast of all the different things that are happening, changing industry trends, things that are going on that you have to keep up with so that you can continue to build a positive climate and culture in your building. As a leader, I have had the opportunity to serve in multiple capacities. And some of them, I had expertise in, and some of them I did not. I had an opportunity to lead or our counseling team. And I knew that the level of excellence that I required for the students at the school that I was leading, I wanted everyone to operate in that same level of excellence. And so, what did I do? I modeled the expectations. You will always hear me talk about modeling the expectations. And so, I decided to go to school myself and take a few classes on how to support high school students that are about to transition to their post-secondary choices. And that was one of the most beneficial learning opportunities that I could have taken upon myself. Excuse me. Some other things that I really wanted to hone my skills on was data analysis and data collection and being able to read, analyze, manipulate data to make decisions. I also have taken classes on avid strategies. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with that, but anything that was going on in my building that I led, I needed to know and have the cutting edge information so that I can not only know what I'm talking about, but I could also empower and coach the teachers in my building to be able to produce quality instruction for our students. And again, like I said, this is not just something for educational leaders or leaders that leaders in the educational space, but this also works for corporations. If you are a leader, it is your responsibility to keep learning and growing. And so today, I want us to talk about how important it is to just do what I said, to continue to learn and grow. And so I am going to leave this here for a moment. I want you to think about this. We all should be in a state of being continuous learners, to be continued to be lifelong learners. And so I'd like to utilize the acronym LEARN to kind of just frame our thinking of the importance and the outcome and the results of being continuous improvement for ourselves. We often talk about continuous improvement for our schools, for our organizations, but when do we continuously improve ourselves by leveraging professional learning and professional development opportunities? Before I go any further, let me be very transparent with you. It is the summertime. School's out, scream and shout. Remember, we talked about this. So I know that some of y'all are listening like, child, we had just got out of school. I'm not trying to do anything extra. I am still back at the last few Wisdom Wednesdays and Saturday schools where you talked about CPR, celebrate, plan, and reflect. That's where I'm at. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. But while you're planning and reflecting, you should definitely consider thinking about how you show up every day. How do you show up as a leader every day in your organization? What are the areas that you are needing additional support? What areas do you um, are good in, and that you can help other people succeed in that areas? You absolutely, when we're doing CPR on ourselves, celebrating, planning, and reflecting, we have to really dig deep and find what can we continue to work on, and then what's the best course of action for doing that. And so, again, I want to go to this acronym of LEARN. We should all continue to learn. L stands for lifelong learning. And when I opened up, I talked about the importance of staying current with the latest trends, technologies in your field. And so I gave you some examples of how I stay current. I knew that data analysis was something that I needed to do. I've also taken several technology courses, just again so I could keep up with all the information that's constantly flowing, so I can show up as a best leader to support and coach whoever I'm working with, to help them to help the folks below them. So in my case, it was students, but it could be whomever. Results show that as lifelong learners, you're more adaptable, innovative, and prepared for future challenges. The E stands for empowerment. When you know better, you do better. Period. The end. When you know better, you do better, and you're able to empower and encourage and support and coach those. I don't want to say beneath you, but your staff, so that they can do better. But I don't know if you've heard, you got to walk the walk and talk the talk. Again, I'm going to go back to modeling expectations. When you know something, don't keep that information to yourself, especially if it's going to promote what needs to happen for your stakeholders. Learn so that you can grow and teach. And so when you do that, you are empowering not only yourself, but you're empowering your employees to be more productive, to be engaged, and to be motivated to contribute to the success of where we're trying to go. As a leader, as you continue to learn, you build adaptability, and that's what the A stands for. And so basically, this goes back to the L, just being able to keep pace and keep your hands on the pulse, your fingers on the pulse of what's happening. You want to be able to address those current shifts in the industry and education trends. You want to be at the forefront of that. And so when you prioritize being adaptable, you can seamlessly navigate any disruptions that may come, but also seize new opportunities. And again, you're still empowering others while you're doing this. R stands for resilience. And so when you are equipped as a leader, as you're continuing to learn, and it flows so nicely to what we just talked about in adaptability, you're able to turn um, uh, setbacks to comebacks. Okay. You're able to figure out how to navigate disruptions, how to handle challenges and setbacks, and then not only how to do this, but foster an environment, a safe space for others to take risks and to be resilient. And when you do this, it helps to support an environment that is high in morale and productivity, even in the worst of times. So, what am I trying to say? When you model the expectation, you get more buy-in, you get higher results, you get collective efficacy because you're not only telling folks what to do, but you're showing them how to do that. And then networking. So it is so important as we continue to learn to share problems of practices, best practices with colleagues. And this could look like a professional learning network, peer learning groups, professional learning communities, working to collaboratively with projects, and so on and so forth. And so when you have a strong professional learn work, when you have a strong professional learning network, this leads to advanced innovation. Again, you have an opportunity to share resources and create a supportive community that drives collective success. So that was a mouthful, but I want to talk to you today about how the Culture Academy can help you to learn. And learn, again, is our acronym that we just discussed. Let me tell you, I am so excited because we look at the Culture Academy, we looked at the holistic leader. We look at those leaders that are aspiring leaders. We look at new leaders. We look at seasoned leaders, and we find ways to partner to be a thought partner with you to figure out where you want your areas of growth to be. Of course, by using data, and then deriving a plan to get you and your team where you want to be. Our focus, our pillars are on the C's. Okay, what are the C's? I know you want to know. Hold on, sit tight. The C's are community, communication, collaboration, celebration, culture, and climate. And so, with all of those C's, we help support you as the leader to leverage what you bring to the table, your strengths, your communication style, your leadership style, your emotional intelligences, all the things, your past knowledge, skills, and experiences and abilities to help foster you to be effective as a leader. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Now you don't have to worry about how am I going to get this done? Where do I even start? Who's going to do this and who's going to do that? You don't have to worry anything about that. Why? Because the Culture Academy is here to help you do that. We have already launched several packages. But the most important thing to even figure out where to go, where to even start. You may say, look, I need help. School's about to start back soon. I am still operating in my soft girl or boy era where I am practicing CPR. I'm practicing the seven sensational self-care tips. I'm doing the seven sensational self-care bingo game, but I still am in the phase of planning for the next. How do I do that? How can I do that? Where can I do that? Easy. Several ways that you can work with the Culture Academy to do that. One way is by booking a strategy session. And the Calendly link is here on the screen for you. We also have our digital business card. Another way is simply just having a coffee and conversations with Dr. Q. I know you have seen the advertisement for that. That is an easy way to kind of just frame your thinking, for you to kind of just get out all the things that you have wanted to say all year. And then what with the Culture Academy partnering to figure out where do you go from here? because it's so easy to want to execute. But if you don't do the work to find out where you are, what's your starting point, and what the steps are you that are needed for you to execute, honey, you're doing yourself and your team a disservice. So, again, you can book a strategy session by using the Calendly link. You could book a coffee and conversation also by using the Calendly link. You can also take advantage of some of the packages that we already have out and rolling. Okay. The very first package we have created was the Land the Job package. And this is for anyone looking to take their next step, whatever that means for you, wherever that means for you. And that package includes an opportunity for a resume review, an interview prep, and future plans framework. The other package that's currently out right now is It's a Wrap. And so throughout this conversation have done several references to the CPR method, the Celebrate, Plan, and Reflect. And here's that package. We first celebrate. I believe that before you can do anything, you need to celebrate your victories, no matter how big or how small. So we toast to the triumphs, we reflect on lessons learned, and then we plan again for the future. You see a theme here, guys? There's a method to the madness. And breaking news, Saturday, July 6th, we're actually going to do a webinar workshop on strategic planning. Again, regardless of what space you occupy, as long as you are a leader in any capacity, this is tailor made just for you. So we hope to see your face in the place. Well, can you believe the time is up already for Wisdom Wednesday? Where did the time go? Hmm. Obviously, when you're passionate about something, time goes like this. So I just wanted to let you know I always appreciate you being here with us. I want to say thank you on behalf of the Culture Academy. I also want to invite you to be able to be a participator and not just a spectator. And how can you do that, you may ask? Let me tell you. You can join and engage on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our LinkedIn, and X. And thank you so much, Corporation Catalyst. Yes, the Culture Academy is doing big things. And guess what? We don't want to leave anybody behind. So come on, grab your ticket, grab your coffee. Let's have a conversation. And if you don't want to do a coffee and conversation, go ahead and book you a strategy session. We got something for everybody. Okay? Well, that's it, guys. Until next time. Bye.